used to like to be clotheslined, but he wanted to step out about a foot from the ropes. So when you hit him, he could take a step back and tie himself.
Right.
Well, the Warrior would come like 200 miles an hour and just hit him as hard as he could, which would never bother Andre. He would hear Andre go, I knew something was going to happen down the road.
Huh.
Next night, same spot. Third night, here comes the Warrior. 200 miles an hour. Just as he gets there, Andre goes, puts the hand up, which is like this.
Right.
Stops him cold, cracks the paint. He grabs the rope, almost goes down, doesn't know where he's at. Next night, here he comes. Ding. And Andre looks down at me and yells, he's learning. That's how to teach him. That's how to teach him. Because I'll tell you something. If Andre did not want you to have a good match, forget it. There's nothing you could do to him. There's nothing you could do to him.
We've heard that before.
I think Jake said that.
Yeah.
Every time he went to pick him up, Andre would step on his hair.
Oh, I told you, Andre. Stand on his hair and pick him up. I was telling Andre used to like to stand on you, too. I would tell him hop. Unbelievable. Oh, yeah, he could do every one. He used to like to sit on the Iron Sheik. When the Sheik's head faced that way, he would sit this way on and take his arms and roll him like a boat.
Unbelievable.
Just hated the Sheik. Hated him. Because he pushed people around and took advantage of people in the ring. That's what Andre didn't like. You know, a lot of guys in the old days were weekend wrestlers. They had jobs. And they would come on TV and they weren't any good. They shouldn't have been there.
Right.
So some guys would hurt him. Well, that's not going to help you in your match. It's not going to help you when this guy punch you and throw you around either. So what you do is you take him down, you get holes, you get yourself over. You work with the people, you get the announcer, you kill 6 minutes. Forget him. But a lot of guys would go out there and want to give those guys spots.
Right.
You can't. They can't do them. Then they get mad at them when they mess them up and they beat the hell out of the guys. These guys are working for the weekend. They have a job during the week. They have to feed their families. People never cared about that.
A couple people on prior shoot interviews said that they heard that with the Andre Hogan match that Andre maybe at the last minute was going to back out and not do the job. Was there any truth to that?
No. No, Andre was, he wouldn't have done that to Vince McMahon. And he wouldn't have done it to the business. If Andre was going to beat you, he'd tell you. He don't have to trick you. He can beat you. I think Hogan was concerned that he was going to do the job, that Andre was going to do it or not. But I asked the boss, I said, what are we going to do? He said, don't worry.
Since Andre never did the job, who approached him to do the job?
Andre. It was Andre's idea.
Well,
Andre's idea. He realized, I believe, that this was his last big pay-per-view he could have ever gotten. And with who? Hogan. Hottest guy in the business, biggest guy in the business. And he asked Vince if I could be his manager because he trusted me. And that was a compliment. So, there was never nothing to do. Boss just said, don't worry about it. And if he wanted to beat Hogan, he was going to beat him. If he didn't, he was a professional. He made his money. That's what he wanted to do, is make his money on the way out.